To South Africa now, and the CITES COP-17 conference meetings continue in Sandton, Johannesburg. More than 120 documents and proposals are being considered by environmental ministers and stakeholders from across the world. The proposals include amendments to the list of species subject to CITES trade controls. Countries like South Africa are pushing for proposals that promote the sustainable use of natural resources and securing the long-term conservation of species. Most international attention is currently focused on the elephant poaching, putting elephant, lion, rosewood species and sharks on the CITES lists, and the illegal trade in rhino horn and pangolin. Let's get you more now from Johannesburg. CCTV's Yolisa Njamela is joining me from the Sandton Convention Center. Yolisa, what's on the agenda for today?
Well, plenary is done and dusted with, and the real negotiations are underway here at CITES COP-17. We understand that the two committees will be deliberating on different issues. The one committee will be focusing mainly on the issue of elephants, and we understand that they'll be paying closer attention to the domestic ivory markets and the issue of stockpiles. I am joined now by Teresa France, who heads the programs, the environmental programs of WWF South Africa. Teresa, thank you so much for joining us. First, can you give us a brief overview of what the two committees will be deliberating today?
Thank you, Lisa. Committee 1 will deal with species-specific issues and specific reports around the implementation of CITES as it relates to those species. Committee 2 deals more with administration and the work that the Secretariat oversees on behalf of the parties. And that's where elephants come in, because we have seen this morning the monitoring of illegal killing of elephants. Mike, we've seen that report. We've also seen the report on the elephant trading information system called CITES. And we've heard from those reports what the status of elephant is at present. And these reports have provided us with an overview not only of African elephant, but also Asian elephant. And the most disconcerting thing for us in Africa is that Africa has lost about just over 100,000 elephants in the last 10 years. So that's quite concerning. However, 70% of the remaining population is in southern Africa. So that's closer to home for us. And it also speaks to the success of elephant conservation in southern Africa. However, poaching is approaching southern Africa and becomes a threat then to our African elephant population.
Very interesting, Teresa, because it would seem like the continent is not speaking with the same voice when it comes to this issue. For instance, 29 countries from this continent want the elephants to fall or be listed under Appendix 1, which means complete commercial ban when it comes to trade. Why is that? Are you able to talk through that for us?
Yes. So indeed, some of the populations in Africa meet the criteria for what's called an Appendix 1 listing, which allows for absolutely no trade. They could move live specimens, for example, for zoos and exhibition purposes, but not commercial trade whatsoever. Other populations of African elephant, like in southern Africa, Namibia, Botswana, Zimbabwe and South Africa, their elephant populations are such that they do not meet the scientific criteria to be listed on Appendix 1. So CITES uses those criteria to guide the listing of the species.
Yolisa Njamela there for us at the Sandton International Convention Center in Johannesburg.